How you guys doing? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to the show, the 5 o'clock show on Tuesday, April the 10th, 2018. Oh man, one third of the way through the month here. Holy moly macaroni. This is the first of two shows. I'm on again tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock travel trivia. We got trivia tonight, 8 o'clock. Look out. Today, I got stuff to talk to you about. There's already an event happening in Roatan. MSC Armonia can't put on the brakes. I guess they slid into the dock nice and slow like, but when a ship is going even at a mile an hour or so, it can cause damage. And it did. They kind of scraped up the dock a little bit there, beat it up pretty good. And they're going to be paying for that. The insurance company's being called up. Hello, Houston, we got a problem. And oh man, the phones are scrambling globally because MSC in Switzerland, they'll get the call. The MSC insurance company, it could be Lloyd's of London, who knows? They'll be getting their calls. The Roatan government getting the call. The port authorities got the call. The calls are going, and of course they got to check the ship now. Not let alone the pier. They got to check the ship regarding what kind of damage was caused physically, to what we could see. But what about the bottom? Did it scrape? Did it hit probably hit bottom? It probably ran aground on the, just past the pier. And are any of the thrusters damaged? What about the azipods in the back? They got a whole bunch of checking to do to make sure everything is just fine. Because before that ship goes back out to sea, they don't want to have any nasty little surprises in 6 hours from now with 1,000-foot depth or 2,000 feet depth to find out, we have a problem with leaks or whatever the issue is. So they'll be looking at that pretty closely for hours. For the passengers, a huge inconvenience, probably. They're unlikely to go on shore, although it could still be done. But they may stay on the ship itself until told what to do. And if the ship has restricted power, if they've lost an azipod or if they've lost, some of the ability for the ship to go at top speed, regular speed, they have to go at half the speed that they normally go at. They have any other future stops, those might be canceled. They may be heading her back to port where it started from at half the speed and, whatever long they got to get there. But the next cruise may be canceled. They may have to bring that ship into an emergency dry dock scenario to get repairs. We don't know. It looks innocent. It looks so, doesn't look like anything bad happened. But it's not on the side of the ship we're worried about. It's underneath, right on the bottom down there. What happened in the front end and all the way back? Oh my, yeah. So let's see what's going on. So I got some comments here coming in fast and furious already. I got some funny ones here. I love that. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for finding me today. If you're new to this channel, welcome aboard. It's Bruce with Traveling with Bruce here, your host. I'm a host of all kinds of things. I'm a brand new owner, happy owner of a brand new big SRV. If you watched my April 1st broadcast, the story is there. You can't miss it. I got myself a great big SRV. People are sending me gas money all ready for it. It's fantastic. And I have spiders. I apparently have a spider living with me here. There was one here yet last night on the wall up here while I was on the air. And some of you folks are typing in, Bruce, do you see the spider up there? And I was just talking away. It's on a rant. I missed it. By the time I looked around, it was gone. It's somewhere back behind here. I don't know where it is now. I haven't seen it all night. I didn't notice anything ticklish, on my forehead over the evening while I was sleeping. So who knows? Maybe the spiders made 100 more. They're everywhere. We shall see. Should be a fun summer, don't you think? We shall see. Let's see what's going on. What else is happening? Oh, the channel. I tell you, the viewers just keep coming in. It's fantastic. I got to welcome another 12 subscribers. We were at 1683 last night. Now 1695. We're just about at 1700 subscribers. Fantastic. Welcome aboard. For all of those of you who are watching and you want to become a subscriber and thinking about it, one reason to want to do it is it's free. That's one reason. It doesn't cost you anything. Number two, if you click here, you're a subscriber. If you click over here, there's a bell icon beside that subscribe button. There's a little, looks like a bell. Click on that as well. you'll be notified every time I do a new video, every time I do a new live stream. You'll get the heads up that he's on the air. He's on the air. Something's going on. That'll allow you to, for free, you'll just get notifications of what I'm up to, and you don't have to think about it. Makes it easy for you to figure out what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. So please join. I'd love to have you on board. We're on our way to 1,700 and beyond. Obviously, this is fantastic. Love it. Saw a video, title of a video earlier today about a YouTuber being highlighted by an influencer saying in 4 months the channel has grown 12-fold or something like that. And I thought, well, that's pretty good, 12 times the size. And then I thought about it and went, 4 months ago, geez, that was December. I was at 75 subscribers in the beginning of December. 75. 4 months later, I got 1,700. That's like 20. Not quite. It's more than 20 times. 20. Bad math. I'm having trouble. 23 times the size. Isn't that incredible? I mean, it's just blows my mind. 23 times the size of the channel at the beginning of December to now. Thank you, every one of you guys. Love it. Being discovered every day by new people, and it's fantastic. I'm excited and looking good. Okay, so I got some news for you today. I'll get over that in a bit. Got some viewers checking in. So if you're new, why don't you say hi? Type in where are you watching me from? What's your high temperature going to be today? I'm in Creston, BC, Canada, 3 miles north of the U.S. border. Idaho's just over here. And today, going to get rain. We're about 30, well, we're more like 40, 45 degrees right now. It's going to be a rainy day today. Very cloudy outside, not pretty, but what are you going to do? It's spring. Spring's in the air. The plants are starting to grow. I'm noticing the trees are budding. They're just waiting for some sunshine, and then the leaves come out, the flowers come out. It's going to happen. We got some sun tomorrow. I don't know if we'll have enough to make it work, but yeah, it's getting better all the time. Let's see who's here and say hi to everyone. Michelle Wisniewski started off the show saying, hi, Bruce. Did you happen to see the video of the MSC Armonia hitting the dock in Roatan? It's on YouTube. I did. I caught it. I saw a Spanish language version of it. I saw an English language version of it. Lasts about a minute or so. It's all in slow-mo. It wasn't like things blowing up. Kind of like the fire and brimstone kind of videos, but what are you going to do? It's a slow little scrape, and who knows what else. Wes Morrison, hi, Bruce. 76 and sunny here in New Braunfels, Texas. Now, that's a little more like it for you, Wes. Do you know if travel insurance would have covered some of the costs of passengers seeing the ships? Doctor, very good question. You want to say, I think so, or I would hope so. I'm saying I would hope so. But there are, for 1 million people, there are 1 million travel insurance policies out there. And it depends on who your travel agent is. You deal with a travel agent, your travel agent may say to you, do you want some travel insurance? I can give you insurance for your canceled flights. I can give you insurance that'll insure, your loss of, if you miss your flight or if the cruise is canceled. I can give you insurance that'll cover hotel stays and meals. I can get you insurance that'll cover medical, in a foreign country. I can give you all kinds. There's so many styles and versions you just don't know. So a travel agent may have, if you're dealing with, say, a mom and pop travel agency, say they're in your town and they've got 3 or 4 locations in the city in which you live. It's a local entity. They may have travel insurance that they're selling you that's underwritten by an agent that they know locally through a national program, maybe not. But it has so many clauses where you're not covered. You don't know. They'll show you kind of the major, like you got this, you got this, you got this, but you don't know what you do have, or what you really have, or how far it really goes. What are the deductibles, terms and conditions, and stuff. So I don't know, Wes. The answer is I don't know. I am hoping that folks have got coverage, but I've heard stories about people, and maybe any of you out there have experience with this. Let me know. But I've heard travelers talk about, I needed to see the doctor on board for whatever the reason was, and I have insurance, but the deal is that I had to pay for it up front and get it myself. I had to, put the claim in when I got home, quote unquote, to apply to get my money, because the doctor is not there to collect it for the doctor, for themselves. They're getting paid now by you on your credit card or whatever, and you figure out how to get your coverage back. So, so a lot of these folks who went to the doctor on board the ship, the Norwegian Sun, on that chemical cruise to the Panama Canal, they were paying out of their own pocket apparently, and now the question is, are they covered, and if so, for how much? And you know, is there $1,000 deductible? So the first $1,000 you pay is yours, and after that, good luck. I have no idea. Now, what about after you're off the ship? You're not on holiday anymore. You're now home. Are you covered there? Have you got any coverage, or there's no coverage now at all because your trip is over? So this is a murky area, Wes, and it was a darn good question. Something that one has to think about. Thomas Henry is here. I read some of his messages already. He says, "Hi everyone, my first live attend. Welcome, Thomas, to the first live attend. Idea, Captain Puppet." Idea, Captain Puppet from the Sun was told by Darth Vader, Frank Del Rio, the president of Norwegian, to take over the Armonia. Wonderful job. Put Norwegian Cruise Lines right out of the news so MSC could now take over. Silo, wow, Michelle just watched it. You can see he dropped anchor trying to slow down. I expected that ship ripped open. Shows they are pretty tough, but geez. Thomas Henry goes on to say, by the way, Bruce, your idea regarding the Sun's original captain was one of my thoughts last week. I used the Darth Vader reference, thinking about how Darth Vader used the Force to strangle captains who failed him. You failed me for the last time. They said, did you get the spider who starred in Monday's telecast? Sonny, 57 in Richmond, Virginia. Like I said, he's here somewhere. He or she looked pretty tiny. I mean, it didn't look like a big, nasty little bugger, just a little tiny thing. But that's the problem with tiny spiders. It could be anywhere. I don't know. I'll let you know when I find out. Iskew Park. Hi, Bruce and fellow suburbs. It's Iskew in Thunder Bay, Ontario. It's +3 Celsius and overcast here. Welcome back, buddy. Michelle, it's high. It's 4 degrees in Renfrew, Ontario. And Debbie Manuel. Hi, everyone. Raining today in Chico. And only high of 65. You come off a bit from yesterday, Debbie. You know, that's the way it goes this time of the year. Wendy Thompson. Hi, everyone. 58 in Bland, Missouri. Did anyone see the MSC Armonia? Wow, new deck, please. Yeah, new deck. Among other things. Silo, hey, Bruce. Hello, all. Rain. Sunny rain here in Seattle. 57 for the high. 49 for low. We are 200 days away from the bliss. Okay. Bob Hollis. Hi, Bruce and all. 73 and sunny in Atlanta. Dogwoods and azaleas in full bloom. Absolutely stunning. Saw that on the Masters. The beginning of that. Looking pretty darn nice. Thomas Henry. Looks like they need a tow beached. That's the thing. They're grounded. And are they leaking? Did they run into rocks? Like, yeesh, I don't know. Thomas Henry, anyone notice no passengers on the balconies? I did notice that. Yeah, I noticed no passengers on the balconies too. Nina Frank, still time to cancel. SVT. I did not. Oh my, Desi. Hi, Bruce and everyone. Hey, Desi, how you doing? Welcome back today. Bob Hollis. Bruce, isn't that the harbor master fault? They take them in and out of ports. Yeah, generally they should know the speed coming in. They have to know that. And if they dropped anchor, obviously the crew took action. They probably dropped anchor on both sides to try to drag the ship to a stop. And it was probably on the DXL for quite some time. But to stop that thing on a dime is not going to happen. You know, even when they hit that pier, the weird whatever, it didn't stop it right away. It just kept going till it grounded. Yeah, yikes. Silo, not canceling our bliss trip. We're not doing it. We're going no matter what. Debbie Manuel, Silo, I'm 81 days out on the bliss. I know Debbie can't wait either. Bob Hollis, MSC has the seaside. They should rename the Armonia Dockside. The dockside. What a great idea. PR department, they should get on that right away. Thomas Henry, my next cruise is NCL Star 422. Travel agent, been watching the Sun info closely. You are on. Don't tell me now. Oh my goodness, are you telling me what I think you're telling me? Hang on, I gotta get my notes from yesterday. Yeah, you're on the repo cruise. You're on the repositioning cruise. and the cruise after yours is dry. The ship's going into dry dock right after you. Yeah, you want to be paying real attention to that. Oh my gosh, what is going to happen here? I tell you what, Thomas, you might be giving me some scoops as to what's been going on. Oh my, yeah. Who is going to be the captain of your ship? And did Darth Vader put that person onto it? I don't know. I don't know. Holy moly, this will be interesting. Nina Frank, advice to you, go to the Facebook page, Panama Canal Sun, and show some support to the people. I agree. These folks are fighting the good fight to get compensated fairly, and the 3 cruises prior to them should be compensated. So far, nothing. So far, nothing. Excelospo is here. Good morning. Back from vacation. Will be a windy high of 21 today here in Tokyo. Welcome back, Exceloso, from your vacay, and great to have you back again. Silo, woohoo, Debbie, Paul Wilgus, hi Bruce, and all 54 here in Virginia. Welcome back, Paul. Loves to travel is here. Highway 168 in Kansas. That's better. That's better than you've had, isn't it? Hope it keeps getting better. Thomas Henry, I am hosting the final cabin in a cabin crawl aft penthouse. My first time doing a crawl. Any advice? I have no idea what to tell you. What should you do, folks? What do you think? We'll have to see. Let's see here. Thomas, Camille Castorina is here. I'm in Valdosta, Georgia. 20 minutes north of the Florida border. Welcome, Camille Castorina. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome to the telecast. I'm assuming you're a first timer because I don't recognize that name. And if you are, welcome. If you're not a first timer, I apologize because I'm getting old and I'm forgetting who's what, and so fantastic. Silo, Alaska on the Bliss, Debbie. We are Mexican Riviera over Halloween fun, right? Debbie's doing Alaska. Silo Steve is doing the Mexico Riviera. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to both of you telling me how it's going. Iskew Park. I still have 2 feet of snow covering most of my backyard. It's just not right. Driveway is almost clear though. Almost. Laughing out loud, man. 2 feet of snow. Debbie Manuel, Silo. I am doing Alaska. Would love to zip to Mexico or either this year or next. PJ Drayton, so excited. We will be in the mid to upper 70s in the next 3 days here in Omaha, Nebraska. Finally. Sometimes we just skip spring altogether, go right to summer. Oh, that's good stuff. Tina Holt, hi, all. Tina, you're here. You're here early. Normally you catch me right at the end of the show. Welcome, Tina. Nice to have you. Seakeeper, hi, Bruce, and everyone. 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Very bad thunder and lightning out there in Tegusta, South Florida today. We need the rain. So many travel insurance exclusion clauses. You're not covered at all. There, yeah, a good one, Seakeeper. That's what I was thinking. These policies, the ones that you buy at the travel agent, or the ones that are whatever amount you get at the last minute. I don't know how good they can be. I'm going to say if you want travel insurance that is a better way to go, or something that gives you more clarity or assurance that your insurance is really in effect, I really would recommend you contact your personal insurance agent at home, not a travel agent individual. And the reason I say that is that if you can talk to, say, someone that's giving you life insurance already, or home insurance, life insurance, car insurance, like an agent, or the kind of agent that can shop around the entire industry, and just like a broker. That's what I'm looking for, insurance broker. If you know of an insurance broker, maybe it would be in your best interest to look for travel insurance through that individual and talk to them about, hey, look, I don't want one of these El Cheapo, one of these El Cheapo policies that cover nothing, but yet I'm paying through the nose to get it, where I think I've got coverage, but there's all these exclusions. Can you find me a policy that is truly a platinum policy where I've got protection, and show me a range of deductibles rather than just the whatever the deductible is that my travel agent already negotiated for themselves, for their clients. Because if you're buying it through your travel agent, your chances are your travel agent's getting a commission for that added package. So you're paying more, getting less. If the insurance company that is, again, it's a mom and pop operation, like with 4 offices, 15 offices, whatever it is. It's not a massive international office. It's like a local travel agency. If you're using them and they made a deal with State Farm or Alliance or whoever's out there, they got a package for their company, for their so many branches, based on the estimated number of policies they're probably going to write or flog. Then the managers of each branch is told, here's the deal. We charge this much money for the package, and off the top, this much is commissions. So much goes to the manager of the office, and so much to the agent. So if 10 or 15 or 20% is coming off the top, right to the agency you're buying it from, only 80 cents of your dollar is going to the premium itself. And if the premium itself is so full of holes and it's got all kinds of deductions or all kinds of overrides and exemptions, you don't really know what you're getting. And maybe they'll highlight, it's got, airline insurance for sure. If the flight's canceled, you're covered. But there may be so many exemptions to the payout that it might take, 15 acts of God before you get paid. I don't know. So if you talk to a broker directly and just say to them, look, I'm going on an expensive holiday here. My wife and I are looking to go on a $10,000 trip. And, either I or her or both of us have medical issues, or we've had problems lately with our health and we want to be covered, especially on that medevac thing that could be 50 grand to get you off a cruise ship. You want to talk to a broker that can get every dollar possible working for the, to cover you for the policy, rather than only 80 cents on the dollar or 85 or whatever that number is. All right. So that might be a word of advice that I hope makes sense. That's what I'd be doing. Debbie Manuel, hi Tina. Tina saying hi, Debbie. Sydney Forster, hey Bruce, hey Sydney. Seakeeper, I could see that spider all the way from Florida. It must have been a sizable arachnid. Just laughing out loud. I think it was the size of a dime. It was so tiny. It was just there. And it crawled down, and now I don't know where it is, but I got a funny feeling on my leg, or it's like on numb. Does that mean anything to you guys? Well, if your leg goes numb from the knee down, you think a spider may have bit. I don't know. Silo, Debbie in Long Beach, check out the Maya Hotel. Really cool. We'll have a room there for our trip. Silo, I just happened to notice a video the other day from a Caravan Caroline. She's the gal that lives in her van and does YouTube videos. Been doing that for about 2 years now. And she's on a cruise, or just finished a cruise on the Carnival Splendor, which took off from the Dome in Long Beach beside the Queen Mary. Her relatives came down from Washington State, including her parents. They spent a night at the Maya Hotel, and it was expensive. She was talking about something like, with taxes, close to $300 a night. Quite pricey, actually. So I don't know. I'm not sure if the ship is any cheaper. The Queen Mary, it might be more. I really don't know what the rates are. But I check them both out, and then from there I would check out hotels in downtown Long Beach, because there's probably some deals there, Holiday Inn Express, that type of thing. Maybe you can get away with not spending $300 a night. Maybe it's $100, but hey, to each his own. Whatever works. It was convenient, though. I'll say that the hotel was conveniently located right near, because out of the back of the hotel, just over there, you could see the Queen Mary, and then over there you could see the Carnival ships coming and going. Thomas Henry, a travel agent for Transatlantic. Okay. Peter Heckema, driving to Miami now, listening on the radio. Right on, Peter. Fantastic. Tina Holt, I was looking at the Maya also for my Hawaii cruise out of Long Beach. Okay, that's a chain. Thomas Henry, a P.S. I have a pair of respirators, goggles, and earplugs, so going prepared. Yeah, grab a hazmat suit while you're at it, just in case there, Thomas. You never know. Oh, man. Thomas Henry, I saw NCL offered the prior 3 cruisers the 25% deal. Oh, okay. New development. The 25% deal is on the table now, not the 100. And I don't think they've upped the offer to the Panama people. I think they're still at the 100 deal. Scott Batchley, hi, Bruce, and everyone. Nice day again in Ventura. 73 and beautiful. Can't wait for the Bliss in September. A lot of folks are looking for that ship. Angela A., good evening. Watching you here from Newark Airport. Or I'll right on. Not the most exciting place in the world, but if you're going somewhere you want to be going, maybe it's okay. Welcome, Angela A. Stephen Dukar, a hi from Denton, Texas, 69 here this afternoon. Stephen, how you doing, buddy? Stephen Dukar is here. Another Stephen. Bruce, what is the best way to get from the dock to downtown in St. Thomas that is safe and won't cost a ton? Okay. When we did St. Thomas, we were on the Explorer of the Seas, what, 4 or 5 years ago. My wife and I ended up just walking to the cable car ride because we just felt like a leisurely walk. It was early in the morning-ish, so it wasn't hot yet. But it was a Sunday, and we were the only ship in town. So it was, instead of 5 ships or 4, we were the only one there. And so it wasn't mayhem. It wasn't complete mayhem. But in your case, it could be. I mean, if there are 3 or 4 or 5 ships and there's 15,000 tourists getting off the darn things, it's just going to be a zoo. I'm going to guess you might be stuck with a cab. You might be stuck. And if you are, and you're the only 2 in the cab, at least if the cab is new enough, you'll have air conditioning and you'll be fine. If the cab is a survivor of the hurricane and it was flooded out and they dried it out, and there may not be air conditioning working in that rig because all the electronics were shot, and all they've been able to do is get the darn thing running again, and the driver's just going to charge you a flat rate. You got to watch for that. I would talk to. I would definitely talk to the onboard staff. I would talk to the help desk, the excursion people, and find out from them. There may well be a shuttle bus that the cruise line operates on your behalf that might just literally take you from the pier right to a downtown location or 2 or 3 and back again on a rotating basis. And you might be able to take that instead. So I would look into that. I'm thinking right now, while you're still at home, can you do it through the cruise line itself, maybe through their help, their Q&A section. They may have a Q&A section on that port. Another thought I have is go to YouTube and just see how other folks have gone from their ship to downtown, but that's more of a crapshoot because now you're looking at a bunch of videos and you have no idea if they are even going to mention it. I did mention Cruise Critic yesterday in a bit of a rant regarding the Norwegian Sun. But I will say today, because I was thinking of this last night about my little rant on Cruise Critic. They have discussion boards all the time. They're up all the time. And I would recommend you go in there and even if you're not a, quote, a member of Cruise Critic, you as a general member of the general public, you can go in there and look and read these posts. I believe you can. Yes, you can. You just can't make a comment. You can absorb, but you can't contribute. Anyway, you don't need to contribute. What you need to do, I would say, is enter into their search bar, cruisecritic.com, enter into their search bar once you get to that website, into their boards, the name of your ship or St. Thomas, and look for comments regarding transportation options in St. Thomas. You may find that a number of cruisers who've previously been there will comment or will have made comments about taking cabs or buses or shuttle services with the cruise line or other means. And so that might be your best way of gathering up some pre-cruise intelligence, because you want to know. Now, I will say that downtown St. Thomas from the pier isn't that far. It's I'm guessing a couple of miles, theoretically. You don't want to walk it, though, in a hot, humid day. Don't want to do it. The roads are going to be kind of crappy. Keep in mind, too, there was serious damage done to infrastructure in St. Thomas. Serious damage. Serious cleanup, of course, because it's U.S. territory. So the military was there. I mean, they had the kids there with the National Guard and FEMA. They were there big time. So they got a lot of infrastructure repaired, cleaned up. But there'll be potholes and there'll be chunks of sidewalk missing and whatever. I'm sure, unless it's being done right now, repaired, which would be great. So that's what I do. I go cruisecritic.com and look for discussion boards on St. Thomas, especially now that things have happened. Discussion boards on your ship that as well. You may find people who've made postings about your ship having gone to St. Thomas, and you can find out whether the ship offered rides into downtown. Just a few thoughts off the top of my head here. Let's see here. Karen Lipson. Hi there, Bruce. 92 here in Paradise. Oh man, I know where that is. That isn't Paradise, Florida. No, that's not. That's Arizona. That is near Buckeye, Arizona. I know who that is. And welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live show. Just signed in. Have I missed much? Not really. We're talking about the little accident that happened today. It's on YouTube. The cruise ship called the MSC Armonia apparently, in slow motion, crashed into the dock. And they had dropped their anchors, and they were trying to drag the anchors to stop the ship. And at like 1 mile an hour, she just kept coming and just kept coming. And she glanced the side of the pier, ripped it up pretty good. And now they're checking the ship because I think the front end is grounded on the beach or on the whatever. And I'm sure they're checking for damage right now. That was the story to start the show. Iskew Park. I've experienced a cruise ship going aground. Was just leaving Belize City on the Carnival Glory. 30 minutes of ship spraying muddy water until we finally slid off the sandbar. Yeah, yuck. Yeah, that would be fun. Oh my gosh. It's when the captain gets on the loudspeaker and says, "Okay, everybody, I want you to run from the front left of the ship to the back right of the ship as fast as you can and jump up and down to help us lift this thing up." Oh man, otherwise tugs, and if there are no tugs in the area, then they got to bring tugs in. Could be a day or two, you never know. Crazy, or high tide, obviously. Stephen Dukar at Iskew Park, going on Glory in June. Hope the ship is in great shape. Mary Luland, new here. Mary is new here. Oh, this is great. Sailing in 8 days on the famous Norwegian Sun. Oh, wish me luck, Mary. Mary. Oh, Mary, I'm praying for you. Welcome to the channel, Mary. You're among friends. We really care. We are hoping for you. I'm going to guess that whatever work needs to be done in that ship, they will try to do in a minimalist way possible. I kind of wonder if they need to do lacquering or anything like that. They're going to wait till like 2 in the morning and just, between 2 and 7 a.m. to try to get it done when everyone's gone. I don't know, Mary. What a story the story is on that Sun. Absolute nightmare. Man, I would dearly love to hear from you, please. If you can tell us how it's going while you're on that ship, that would be great. You can do it on any of my live streams, of course. Or you can just comment on any of my videos, even the video of the day, the one I would have just done. Send me a comment that night. Tell me what happened, what's going on, and please contact us when you get off that ship. How did it go? Yeah, because this is the talk of the cruise world. This disastrous cruise. Mary, thank you for joining us. I'm glad you're here. This is fantastic. Rob Roberts heading out Sunday on Celebrity Eclipse. Folks, I think he's going to be fine on the Celebrity Eclipse. What do you think? I don't think there's any issues there. Bob, that's going to be great. Tell us how that's going when you're on that one. That would be fantastic. Thomas Henry, hope is ready, Mary. Hope it's ready. Hope it's ready, Mary. That's what Thomas is saying for you. Bruce, keep in touch with Mary. Need to interview her after the cruise. We're all dying to know, Mary. We're all dying to know. This is something. Bob Roberts, hoping for the best for you, Mary. Thomas Henry, I've been communicating with folks on the Star for this week's Panama Canal cruise. No sign of work. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, because that's where the Star is now. It's coming to you. Then you're going repositioning over to Barcelona, if I got that right. Oh, my. We've got fun happening on this channel with cruisers going on ships that are already infamous, might become infamous. Oh, geez, what's happening here? Okay, I'm glad you're all here, folks. This is great. Debbie Manuel, hope they kick it in gear. Mary, sure can't imagine with all the trouble that NCL has had with the Sun, that'll be under the spotlight, so that it should be a great trip. Wow, I'm praying it is. Kelly Starnovic, hey guys, we just got back on the ship from Georgetown, Grand Cayman. I used to live there. Heading to Cozumel. We had a great time, loving the balcony room. Oh, Kelly, this is great. You're down in my former island where I lived. I hope you had a good day. Where did you go today? Did you just do downtown Georgetown, or did you go to the beach? Did you go to Stingray City? What did you do in the Cayman Islands? Let us know. PJ Drayton, my friends just left Fort Lauderdale on the Coral Princess. Pouring rain, thunder, and tornado warnings. Hang in there, folks. Fort Lauderdale and the Everglades. Oh, man, some days you get to leave in all nature's glory and splendor, and then you don't. Jeez. Hopefully that's as bad as it'll get for them, and from here on out, it'll be smooth sailing. Thomas Henry, we were told no work for our cruise, but wet dock for the prior cruise. No idea what a wet dock is. NCL term for toxic chemical cruise? I don't know. Oh my. Debbie Manuel, thanks for the hotel tip, Silo. Kelly Stanovic, we saw 5 different ships docked today. The Norwegian, today the Norwegian was right beside us. So far, not super impressed with the food. She's saying, okay, so she has 5 ships docked at in the Caymans today. That's kind of typical now, and the food isn't so great. Isn't that something? Bob Roberts, yes, we just had a tornado warning and strong storm pass through here in Fort Lauderdale. It's clearing up now, though. Stopped raining. Boy, I hope that's the end of that. PJ Drayton, that's great news. Silo, no Bruce, no Bruce. Happy wife, happy life. Queen Mary was booked. Maya has a great reputation, not going from Motel 6 to the Haven on the Bliss. Okay, gotcha. All right, I hear you loud and clear. I see where you're getting your instructions from, and you're receiving them perfectly. Excellent job, Silo. Okay, got it. Bob Hollis. Stephen, grab a shared safari taxi at Heaven Sight Mall. Will only cost you $2 each way per person. Now, there you go. I'm guessing, Stephen or Bob, is that the mall right across the sort of the street from this place, just a little down from the pier? Am I right on that? I think they have a bunch of duty-free shops there and all that stuff. Be good to know that. Very good tip. Kelly, it's 85 and pure sunshine. Some clouds maybe tomorrow, but that's good. We are doing the Mayan ruins tomorrow. Oh, fantastic, Kelly. Fantastic. That's going to be great. Wes Morrison, I noticed that at the cab stand, there was a sign that posts charges to various destinations. Some of these islands work that way. They just work on a flat rate. They don't do this meter stuff, and you're sitting in stop and go and you're watching the meter go, and you're just steaming. You're getting all steamed up watching it. No, it's a flat deal. It's just to get you from here to here. It's this much money. That's that. Good to know. I like that. Now you don't have to worry about how long it takes, although, sooner the better, of course. Very good. Angela A. Shipmates is another app to use to get info about a destination. Right on, Angela A. That's right. Thank you for that tip as well. Thomas Henry, I was following the Sun closely on Cruise Critic and agree. They didn't like the negative news on the Sun. The Facebook group is better. The Facebook group is wide open. Anything goes within taste. Just keep the language clean, please. And people have been posting videos, photos, horror stories, post-cruise doctor's visits, the whole enchilada. Cruise Critic, I've had people comment to me directly and commenting on the Facebook site. We made a posting. We tried to start a thread, and it disappeared in 30 minutes. It was up there, and then it was gone. We can't find it anymore. And it's happening again and again and again. It's kind of like Cruise Critic doesn't want to be too critical of the cruise lines, and they're just not allowing it up. And so I was speculating yesterday, is that because Cruise Critic generates ad revenues from the cruise companies, and/or the parent company of Cruise Critic is actually in the travel booking business, and maybe they're a little tentative to want to criticize the hand that kind of feeds them commissions. So there you go. Interesting. Like I say, this story is just never ending. It's like an onion. I keep peeling it, and there's another layer of stuff and another layer and another layer. It just goes on and on and on. It just doesn't stop. Let's see here. Iskew Park. It was a very long time ago that I was on the Glory. It was a great ship then. Crew was top notch as well. Okay, that's the Glory. That's the Carnival ship that got grounded that he was on. Karen Lipton. Really, I hadn't heard. Oh, Karen, problems. First, we had that this morning, the MSC ship grounding, and then of course last week the MSC, the Norwegian Sun. What a nightmare. Iskew Park. Mary, just bring a dusk mask, a hammer, sandpaper, and a brush. Join the crew. Just get on there, start earning some money. Make a few bucks while you're on your dream cruise. Get a hazmat suit, hard hat, gas mask. You can join in on the fun. Unbelievable. Tracy Dunlap, Naples, Florida. Here, welcome, Naples, Florida. High 90s, high humidity. Long-time cruiser, mostly NCL, never on the sun. Thank God for that. Tracy, are you new? Have you ever been here before? I'm wondering if you're a first-timer on my channel. If you are, I welcome you with open arms. This is great. If you're a repeat customer, welcome back, and I'm sorry I forgot you. This is great. Wendy Thompson, Karen Lipton, if you are tired of Paradise AZ, it's 36 in Paradise. MI. Where's MI? Is that Michigan? Yeah, Paradise, Michigan. Yeah. She's not in Paradise, Arizona. She's in just outside of Phoenix, in near Buckeye. Fantastic. Pamela Jordan. Hi, Bruce and everyone. Sunny and 68 Fahrenheit here in Iva, South Carolina. Pamela, this is much better. This is getting much more stable for you. Is spring really here? I mean, the azaleas are growing in Augusta and Atlanta, so you got to be getting something. I mean, it's got to be something better than what you've been getting. I'm crossing my fingers for you. Ulani is here. Ulani watched Sea Cruisers today, and they're still on the seaside. She showed the empty bowling alley, talked about dining options, and encountered the smell. 2146 in. Yikes! Oh, unbelievable! Just unbelievable. I tell you, I have had so many comments. Yeah, I mentioned this yesterday. Just quickly mentioned it today for the newbies. I've had a lot of comments from people who've said, "Why are you so negative about the seaside, Bruce? All you ever do is complain about the seaside. You never say anything good about the seaside." I'm just repeating what people are telling me, folks. 9 out of 10 comments are not all that flattering about the MSC Seaside. And then they've got the deals where you can buy, you can get your hands on a balcony on the MSC Seaside for the same price you can get a balcony on a Carnival cruise. Now, why would an $800 million ship that's 4 months old, that's supposed to be a 5-star deal, why would a balcony cost the same amount of money that you can book on Carnival for? Did Carnival go to a 5-star line? Or did MSC go even lower than Carnival? Because these complaints, this is terrible. Unbelievable. Jeffrey Storer, going on the seaside in 60 days. Take a gas mask. Jeffrey, get some clips on you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just hoping, Jeffrey, I'm hoping, like I said 2 months ago, I was hoping then that in 2 months it would all be over. It's not over. I'm hoping now it's over. And that won't be a problem anymore. Jeffrey, you got to tell us how it's going. Please tell us how it happens. Oh my gosh. Seakeeper, I just watched the Harmonia in Roatan, or is it the Armonia, whatever it's called. They dropped both front anchors. Yep. Thrusters at full tilt. And if they are sinking, they'll just sit on the bottom a few feet deeper than when they were afloat. Yeah, because they got grounded right after that. And if they got a hole in there, they're not going any lower. They're just going to sit there. Yeah, what a mess. Oh, that could be a real expensive problem. Real expensive. Talk about all the passengers. They're going to have to get off the ship. Going to have to pack up, get on buses, head to the airport. They're going to have to bring in charter flights to get them out of there. Put them up in hotels in the meantime. Won't be enough. Oh, my God. And then the crew. What about the crew? You can't leave them lying around. Oh, this is... Whew. If I were Lloyd's of London and I've got their policy, I'm just looking at my telephone, just going to ring any minute. Here, yeah, they're going to call us. Yeah, oh yeah, going to happen. They got $1 million deductible. They're going to need more than that. Just wait for the phone to ring, because they're going to be canceling cruise after cruise after cruise after this cruise. Because if you got a hole in the ship, you might be down for a month. Could be down for 60 days. How are you going to get it to where you got to get it? Oh, what a mess. Oh, I don't want to. Got ourselves another story, I suppose. Charles Jordan. Hi, all. Hi, Charles. How are you, buddy? Tracy Dunlop. No rain here in Naples. Okay, great, great. Oh, that's good, Tracy. You're avoiding that nastiness that the others are not. Kelly, stay on it. We will. Well, we took a bus tour around Georgetown in the city there, and then the bus turned into a boat and drove into the ocean. And it was awesome. And we talked about all the different fish. Well, how about that? You got into a bus, turned into a boat, saw the fish. Not a bad tour. That's pretty cool. Randy Lucas, greetings from the Vista Lounge aboard the Regal Princess. He's killing me. He's on the darn ship. I love it. 2 of 3 cruises he's on right now, back to back to back. Greetings from the Vista Lounge aboard the Regal Princess. Just done losing at bingo. Oh, you poor bugger. You know, the hardships that you're going through on the seas. Dang, he says, sunny and 84 today and Falmouth, Jamaica tomorrow. Right on. Fantastic, Randy. That's awesome. The 2nd cruise in a row on this ship. And then he switches to a 3rd ship next week. And I think he's going across the ocean. Fantastic. Kelly said, okay, this is the bus that turned into a boat. Then the gentleman handed out some bread, and we fed these crazy little fish, and they went nuts for that bread. It was awesome. Then we went shopping. We went to some of the different diamond stores. There are so many. Oh, yes, in the Cayman Islands, there are quite a few diamond stores and Rolexes and Patek Philippe watches. Oh, yes. Kelly then went on. We went to 7 Mile Beach for a little bit, but not too long. And then we spent the rest of the time shopping and stuff. It was really fun. And tomorrow we go to do the Mayan ruins. So that's going to be a long day. Yes, it is. Get a good sleep tonight. You're going to be going to need the energy tomorrow. And drink water, lots of water. Fantastic, Kelly. That is great. You got to see a bit of the island today. Fantastic. Karen Lipson. Hi, Wendy. I didn't know there was a Paradise, Michigan. I'll send some heat your way. There you go. Kelly Stonovic said, if I can, I'll check back in and let you know how that goes. It's good to hear all your love listening to your program. Keep up and goodbye. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for popping in. This is fantastic. When they can contact us right from the show. Awesome. Bob Hollis. Yes, Haven site is at the end of the pier. Yeah, that's that mall in St. Thomas. That you just walk to that mall and then get a flat rate cab to where you want to go. Perfect. Fantastic. Thomas Henry. Oh my goodness, you're sending me a super chat donation. Time for Diet Coke. Thank $15 super chat. Look at that, folks. Gold bar. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. That's going to get me a couple of cases of caffeine free. Speaking of, just double check it. There it is. Coca-Cola. That's the U.S. version right there. I bought this in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. There's no French on this can. It's all English. Cheers, everyone out there in traveling to Bruce Land. Cheers. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Nothing in it but brown, fuzzy water. That's all it is. Fantastic. Thomas, thank you again. That is absolutely wonderful. It's the only form of income I have. I'm not monetized by YouTube yet. 7.5 weeks, still no monetization. Seakeeper, I would say Norwegian Cruise Line has better, bigger, more aggressive lawyers than Cruise Critic. Oh, that's why there's no serious criticism of Norwegian Cruise Line on Cruise Critic. That must be it. Yeah. I love it. Tracy Dunlop, I'm new. Tracy, that's fantastic. You are new and you're here for the first time. Thanks for joining the channel. It's great to have you. For anyone else who's just joining us, welcome to Traveling with Bruce. I'm Bruce, your host. I'm in Creston, British Columbia, Canada, 3 miles north of the U.S. border. Idaho is just over here. Normally, I would tell you America looks great today, but I can't tell you that because I can't see America today. The clouds have socked us in, and we got about a half mile, maybe a 1 mile visibility. America's hiding behind the clouds. We're hiding behind the clouds on the other side. This channel is all about cruise ship travels, cruise ship news, trends, developments, news of the day. And we welcome new cruisers, veteran cruisers, and anyone else who wants to participate. And it's an open forum. You can ask any question you want anytime, make a comment anytime about what's going on. We love to welcome newbies. If you're new, tell us where are you watching us from. What's your high temperature today? If you're new, great. If you've just booked a cruise or you're getting ready to go on your first ever cruise, tell us the name of the ship you're going on. Where are you headed? And the gang here will welcome you with open arms, and they'll ask you questions, or they'll have answers for any questions you have about going on your cruise or any cruise for that matter. So fantastic. Welcome everybody. If you like what you see, throw me a thumbs up today. There should be a little thing down below here, a little thumbs up sign, one of those signs. Forget that one. Just throw that. Give us one of those. The more of these we get, the higher the channel gets ranked on YouTube with the analytics, and more people that find out this channel exists, more folks will participate, and we get an even wider stream of information, which just makes the show even better. So welcome everybody. Welcome all. Welcome Tracy. This is fantastic. Hope you become a regular viewer. Debbie Emanuel, yay. Thomas Aluna is saying welcome Tracy. Brandy is saying welcome Tracy. Iskew Park, pay me 1/2 what Seaside asks for a slight order, and I'll let you stand my septic field tanks. I'll let you. I'll let you stand near my septic field tanks when they get pumped out. I did notice. I have to say, Iskew, I noticed an article. It was a Cruise Critic the other day. I was just going through there because I was trying to figure out what's going on with Cruise Critic and the Norwegian Sun. And I don't know how I did it, but I came across a review from the MSC Seaside. Oh, well, no kidding. I found a review. Oh, I know why. Someone had, again, slammed me about how negative I was about the Seaside, because there's nothing but good news. There's nothing but good news. And as a matter of fact, this individual sent me links to Cruise Critic. It sent me links. So I clicked on the link and read the review. Sure enough, I think they gave it a 7 out of 10, but they did talk about the slight smell. I thought, yeah, you came across the slight smell, but your room was nowhere near that slight smell. And that's why you gave the cruise a 7 out of 10, because it was fine for you. Yeah, but for the poor saps, unknowing people who haven't got a clue, they don't know I exist. They don't follow, you know, the all the other sites out there to find out what's really going on. Haven't been watching YouTube. These poor people, they're getting these advertisements that we've all talked about. There's advertising on CNN. There's advertising on television stations all over Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, up to New York, Pennsylvania, advertising like crazy about the MSC Seaside, how wonderful it is, and how cheap the fares are. And now they've got a drink package free. And there are folks who are booking these rooms, the ones that got canceled, or, you know, they just happen to be available by that slight odor. Yeah, well, for them, they get to enjoy that slight odor for the whole cruise that they're there, unless they can get the heck off that ship during the daytime and stay on the upper decks during the daytime. Unbelievable. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm the negative guy. Yeah, that's me. Oh my. Jeffrey Stroller, I'll give a full review after I sail. Yes, Jeffrey, please do. Tell us how it is. I hope you don't get inconvenienced. Debbie, welcome. Tracy, Aluna, laugh out loud, Iskew Park. What a deal. Thomas, Henry, Randy, which cruise are you on for number 3? He'll tell us in a minute. MS, bit F, bit ETH, as a funeral director, I can only say to you that diet anything will kill you due to the triple carbon chain molecules present therein. That cannot be excreted by the human. Oh, thank you so much. You know, I think I started drinking this stuff, 40 years ago. I guess I'm down to my last 20, 30 years. I know that, here we go. Just put 300 people in the ground yearly due to this issue. Just saying. I love the George Carlin as the comedian. Just loved him over the years. And I love the one joke he said about how they just found out that saliva will kill you. As long as you don't swallow it, you'll be all right. But the good news is it takes about 80 to 90 years to take full effect. You know, sometimes, I don't know. I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking. Just guzzling on this. If it's a death wish, I guess it's a death wish. But I feel just fine. No medication, all well. But whatever, we'll see what happens. Wes Morrison, welcome, Tracy. MS is saying, during your next cruise, look at the waistlines of the people drinking sodas. Love you all. Just be careful with that diet stuff. There you go. And any advice is good advice. I appreciate it. And it's all good. Randy Lucas, Thomas H. We stay on the Regal Princess next Sunday for a 15-day transatlantic cruise ending in Copenhagen. So it's a three cruiser, same ship, 3 cruises in a row, ending in Copenhagen. Awesome stuff. How nice of you, Randy. Have a wonderful time. MS is saying, Kelly, my hubby can't get over everyone hovering over him, waiting on him hand and foot, getting ready for dinner now. Bye, guys. Fantastic. That's awesome, Kelly. Have a great time tonight. Have a great day tomorrow, too. Loves to Travel says, can I ask you why you moved from Grand Cayman to Canada? Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you? What are you, an idiot? What are you in Grand Cayman, for gosh sake? Why did you stay there? Oh, well, I'll tell you. First, I didn't move back to Canada from Grand Cayman. That's number one. I moved to Grand Cayman from Canada. That's true. I was an expatriate. I had an employment contract, and I was with a firm that hired me down there. I was in offshore finance, and I had 1 year. It was a 1 year renewable work permit. That's how it works down there. At that time, this is 1997, 98, 99. And so I got there with my wife and daughter, and we moved in, and I got renewed for my second work permit. But in the first year and a half that I was there, I had figured out that I didn't really need to be here to be doing what I was doing. I was advising clientele from around the world how to set up legal offshore entities, family trusts, estate planning, all this kind of stuff. But I realized I don't have to be here to do this stuff, and living here is a fortune. Visiting here is a pleasure. Coming off a cruise ship for 6 hours, it's a great time. But those who live there year-round pay dearly for everything, because the island is like the shape of a letter L that's lying on its side. So it's kind of like this. And the island doesn't have any kind of a factory of any kind. So they don't make toilet paper there. It's all imported. The Kleenex, all the food is brought in. All the milk, eggs, butter brought in refrigerated containers on container ships. So there's a few bakeries in town that can make baked goods, but a majority of the food, 95% of what you're eating there, drinking there, and using for your home, it's all brought in. And so it's incredibly expensive. Now, the island doesn't have income tax. And so that's the selling feature to someone like me, an expatriate, saying, hey, Bruce, you can come down from Canada and not pay any taxes down here. And as a Canadian, you're going, oh, no income tax? Oh, that's a deal. But when you get there, you realize, and I knew this before I got there, it wasn't like I got hoodwinked or anything. You knew, yeah, it's expensive to live here. Everything imported except for essentials of life, which is food. But anything else has an automatic 20% duty built in. That's how the government makes its income, from taxes on imported goods. And then it has it does have a banking fees and annual corporate fees for offshore corporations that are registered in the island. It's the number 4 banking center on the planet with 600 billion under administration. It's just huge. It's huge. 30,000 people. They got their own airline. 30,000 people. They have a national airline with 3 planes. Yeah, and they can lease as many more as they need. It's very wealthy. Okay, so I realized after about even a year, but certainly into my second year, I don't need to be here. I have I can establish my own consulting practice and do what I do, but I don't have to be here to do it. And so I ended up moving to Palm Desert, California instead. I said to my wife, I said, Jen, those of you who don't know, my wife, who's never been seen on the show before, she's a dead ringer for Jennifer Aniston on Friends. When Jennifer was like 25 years old, dead ringer. No, I don't have a photo. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't have a photo of her to show you. But just imagine Jennifer at 25. That's exactly what my wife looks like. Okay, so I said to Jen, honey, you got those Hollywood looks. Where would you like to live? We could live anywhere you want. And we thought, well, do we go back home to Canada? Yeah, right. No, we're not going back to Canada. we could live anywhere. So I suggested, why don't we try California, Palm Springs, Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage, La Quinta, that whole area there. It's beautiful. And so we went, took a look. We loved it, and we stayed there. And so that's how I left the Cayman Islands. My work permit came up, didn't renew it, and I ended up leaving the firm, heading over there, and working from there as a free agent. I'm in effect a consultant. I did that for a number of years, and then packed it in. But why back in Canada, you ask? Because that's really what you're asking. Our daughter, became university age, and we had to decide, well, do we want to put her into a university here in the United States at $10,000 a semester, $20,000 a semester, $40,000 a year, or because she's born in Canada, we could get her into the University of Calgary for 5,000 Canadian dollars a year. Pretty easy decision. So back home we went because Mama wasn't going to leave the little girl behind, or the other way around. The little girl was going to leave Mama behind very long, and so we caught up with her, and that's how it worked out. So that's why we're here, and that's how we left the island. Quick story, and there you go. Sylvia is here. Hi, Bruce and everyone. 62 degrees in sunny Greensboro, North Carolina. Welcome back, Sylvia. Kelly Stianovic. Hey, Bruce, what's your PayPal? Do they take any funds sent to you? They take any funds that you send to me. Love U.S. funds, of course. But I have a PayPal logo on the top corner of my page, and I'm going to guess it's up here. If you go to my home page, my home YouTube page, on the top corner are links to Twitter, Patreon, Instagram, Pinterest, and PayPal. And if you hit that logo, if you'd like to make a donation to this guy's cause, fantastic. Would love it. Thank you very much. Sylvia, I'm listening a while. I work a second job. Always makes me laugh while listening, Sylvia says. Sneaking the show on her boss. Just kind of, I'm listening to Bruce. Just don't talk to me. This is great. Keith Mahoney, MS, I would like to have a drink with you. Sounds like you could be fun. How about that? Tracy Dunlap, thanks for the welcome. I'm sure I'll become a regular. You guys are pretty funny. Thanks, Tracy. We have a good time here. Every day it's a party. Every day, 6 days a week. I'm on the air Monday to Friday, 5 o'clock Eastern. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do a second show, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Tonight, second show, 8 o'clock. Saturdays, I'm on at 2 o'clock Eastern time on Saturdays. So I'm on 6 days a week, 8 times a week, and we just have fun all the time. Tonight, trivia, travel trivia tonight. We're on it tonight, backed by popular demand. Okay. Let's see her. Jeffrey's saying, I made sure to book a balcony, he says. 71st, hey, all 70 here in Georgia. 71st, welcome back. Thomas Henry, which is worse, dying from diabetes or the diet Mountain Dew? Which is the way to go? Steaming Bean, diet caffeine Coke. Ew. I'm not a fan. Thomas Henry, I'm jealous, Randy. My bucket list after retirement is to find a West Coast cruise to Hawaii, spend several weeks in Hawaii, do the Pride of America, then cruise back to the West Coast. Don't know if you're going to be able to pull that one off because the cruises out of the West Coast are round trippers. They're like a 15-day deal. Pride of America only does the islands, but boy, it's expensive compared to a Caribbean cruise. But a lot of folks do it. Norwegian once had 3 ships doing the Hawaiian Islands. The Norwegian Jade was one of them, by the way. But they got the Jade out of there, and they got the other ship out of there, and have only kept the one back because you have to have American crew with American work standards, pay rates, benefits. And that's why it's expensive, because the ship only hits the Hawaiian Islands, and it doesn't can't take advantage of hiring third world foreigners at much lower costs because the boat does not visit, the ship does not visit a third country, a separate country. It stays within the U.S. waters. Scott Batchy, I thought it was all the corn syrup that got you. I thought so too. Charles Jordan, I agree with you, Steaming Bean. He doesn't like the caffeine-free. Thomas Henry, I agree about the Diet Coke. Bust me an acquired taste, laugh out loud. Prefer Diet Mountain Dew, and Diet Dr. Pepper. There you go. Those are also acquired tastes. Thomas Henry, trivia, what's the difference between Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pip or Mr. Pip? I have no idea. Loves to travel. That's like Hawaii. Nice to visit a few days, but too expensive to live there. like the Cayman Islands. Yeah, it's expensive. Most expensive gas in the U.S. Hawaii. Yep, you bet. Sonny Wells. Hi, Bruce and y'all. Sonny, welcome back. You've made it to the show. Great to have you. Today, I had a couple of tidbits of news for you guys, which I'll mention now because I've caught up with the comments here. Royal Caribbean made an announcement today. Might have been yesterday, but I caught it today. They're talking about the ship called the Quantum of the Seas. Big ship, close to 5,000 passengers. They've decided that they're going to move it out of Shanghai, China, in November of next year, November 19. Plenty of warning. But they're taking it out of Shanghai, which is its home port right now. And they're going to make the home port Singapore. And they've committed to Singapore until April 2020. And they're going to offer, right now, they're putting together 34 sailings that will begin and end in Singapore. This is another indication of the dropping off of traffic in and out of China going forward. Cruise lines are finding that to book a cruise, for a passenger to book a cruise beginning in Shanghai for Chinese nationals, the only travel agencies allowed to book a Chinese national on any cruise ship leaving Chinese waters are certain Chinese licensed and government approved travel agencies. And these agencies, I don't know what they paid to get the license or what the requirements were for them to become licensed. But the cruise lines, I think, are finding it unpalatable accepting the fee that they're getting. In effect, the cruise line usually sets the commission rate. I don't know if that's the case in this case. I really don't know. It could well be that there is an agreed price, but that the travel agents are charging perhaps a convenience fee or a surcharge or whatever. I have no evidence. I'll never be able to get evidence. They don't do interviews from over there, if you get my drift. But the cruise lines have been systematically, without fail, almost every month, another announcement comes out and another ship is being pulled out of the Chinese market. One after the other, they're leaving. And that's happening here. Last week, I read about another cruise line suspending operations. I think the last cruise is happening now or something like that. So, yeah, this is a continual decline. Now, what will turn it around? I don't know. Politics is one thing. Trade wars are another. There's a lot going on. It's a fluid situation, and that's what's happening. The trend is for fewer and fewer cruises beginning and ending in China. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Karen Lipschen did Diet Ginger Ale. It's great. There you go. Thomas Henry, Dr. Pepper has a college degree. There's the difference. That's good trivia. Okay, other news. A couple cruise lines are doing free drink packages. All of a sudden, they've popped up. Celebrity offering a special right now. You can take advantage, I think, of any two of these offers. If I read this right, Celebrity is offering free drinks and or free Wi-Fi and or free tipping and or a $150 credit per cabin from June 1 of this year to April 30, 19. So that's a serious promotion that they're running for quite some time. And it's got me asking why? Why would a 5.5 star cruise line like Celebrity find it necessary to offer this kind of a deal? Now, if you take two of these deals, take any combination you want. If you're taking the $150 credit and you're taking the free drink package, which is for two travelers, that would be, quite a bit of money. A basic drink package, what would that be? 60, 70 bucks a day per person? Yeah, let's say it's 60. It's $120 a day for 7 days, $840 deal. Tipping might even be more than the $150 credit. So there's some serious discounts being offered. Why for all cruises? for that amount of time. If the cruise business is booming and it's expected to grow 5 or 6% this year, why is Celebrity doing this kind of an offer? Are their ships, have they passed that that initial newness curve? You know, remember the Solstice when it first came out? It was just breathtaking. It just went, oh, new standard in cruising. Is it now too far down the line? Is it 3, 4, 5 years now? Is there that time where you're not the new kid on the block anymore? The old song goes with the Eagles, they'll never forget you until the new kid comes to town. They'll never forget you. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. MSC Seaside, surprise! Drinks on us promotion. Drinks on us for the Seaside and the Divina, starting April the 14th and beyond. Went quickly to vacations2go.com. As you folks know, I love looking at cruise prices from vacations2go.com because I can sort of see trends and patterns and this type of thing. And I'm looking at the MSC Seaside. How much is a cruise in April, May, and June on the MSC Seaside? And I noticed they're trying to charge more. They're trying to charge mid 600s, upwards of 700 a cruise. Well, I can see why. They're throwing in a drink package. The drink package at $60 a day is $420. You know, $420 deal. If their profit margin on that would have been $300, they're giving up $100. So charge $650 instead of $550 for that cabin, because we lost $100 on that giveaway. Because that giveaway only cost the cruise line $100. That's all. Because we know an $8 beer. How much does it cost the cruise line? If they gave you that beer for free, what did they pay for that beer? That one bottle of beer? Well, geez, go to Kmart or go to Costco and buy an 18 or 36 pack of beer. What's your beer? 35 cents, 65 cents, 50 cents a bottle. You know, what's their price? They're buying it in such volume. It's not going to be that much different. They're starting the cruises in Miami. So even if it costs them $1 for the beer, they're charging you $8. They give you a free beer, it costs them $1. You just got an $8 value. So these drink packages, yeah, $60 cost, $80 cost, might be a $10 hit from their bottom line. Drink packages on the MSC. How about that? Norwegian Cruise Lines, go figure, has got a package available all of a sudden, out of the blue. Free drink package. Save up to $178 a day for 2 people, plus tax-free cruises. No taxes and port charges all of a sudden included too. Well, they must be getting some bad press somewhere that maybe is holding up some of the reservations, because, you know, they get affected by 2%, 1%, 2% change in booking reservations. That bites, that hurts, because we've got to multiply how many ships we're talking about and how many berths are available, how many staterooms are actually included in their total fleet. And you take away 1% booking numbers, big money. That's big money. You've got to put a stop to that right now. The PR department is fighting the bad press. This is one way to try and do it. It's the cheapest way to get people in, because you're giving them something that they would pay a lot for, but that the cruise line isn't really coughing much up for. It's cheaper for them to give away a drink package than give you free tips, because if they got to make up the tipping, it'll cost them more. There you go. Oceania, free drinks, free airfare on select cruises, because that's essentially a 5.5, 6-star type line, and they too are looking for deals. It's owned by Norwegian, by the way, same company. So Oceania is also offering free drinks. So all of a sudden, free drink packages are showing up all over the place. That's the way it's going. Interesting stuff. Let's see here. Okay. Let me go back here to my comments. Okay, Bob Roberts. I'm booked next year from Singapore to Shanghai on the Constellation. Okay, from a Celebrity, I believe you are. Bob Roberts. Hope they don't cancel that already bought return air. I doubt they will cancel. I don't think so. I think they're just letting them phase out. They're just letting it expire. The Quantum is in Singapore until the end of this year. So I know that Quantum of the Seas will be in Shanghai until the end of the year, and then next November they start Singapore. So there's 11 months unaccounted for at the moment, and we're waiting to hear the next news. I'd heard a rumor that the Quantum might go to Southampton for the summer season next year. It may well be that it'll go from Shanghai to Southampton, ply its trade there, then go to Singapore by November, but I don't know for sure. So rumors. Some talk about Australia too, by the way. There was talk of either Melbourne or Sydney, but I think Melbourne as a port for the Quantum of the Sea. So we'll hear more. I know we'll hear more about it. Sonny Wallace, can it be the huge new ships are taking business from Celebrity? Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, Royal Caribbean, the parent company, is probably stealing business from Celebrity, because the Symphony of the Seas needs 6,000 to 6,800 passengers a week to fill it. That would be two of the typical ships for Celebrity, two of the Celebrity ships. So yeah, there's got to be infighting. It's quite something. Bob Roberts, Celebrity Millennium class ships are getting old. They are getting pretty old. You're right, Bob. Iskew Park, if the Seaside gets everyone drunk enough, maybe they won't smell anything. That's right. Maybe they'll smell like perfume to them. Yeah. Maybe that's where some of these nice reviews are coming from. Never thought of that. Oh, okay. I don't know. Scott McPhee, I am pretty well screwed. Being a teacher has me either cruising at Christmas, spring break, and summer, which are seasonal highs. This is an issue. I grant you that. You do have that to contend with, or you're going to have to maybe do a Caribbean cruise in the height of the summer, but there won't be as many ships to shop around on. So yeah, there's a bit of this. I'm with you there. Sonny Wallace, are the celebrity free drink packages all over or just in the U.S.? As far as I was led to believe, it was cruise fleet wide. I would check on that. You can go to vacationstogo.com and look at any cruise, or just go to the Celebrity website and see what they're saying. Scott McPhee, we need another recession to make the prices good again. That's what we need. We need another financial crisis. Oh, no. We need 1 million people a month to lose their jobs. Oh, no, I don't think we're going to do that. Bob Roberts, I got a free classic drink package from Ireland to Iceland cruise. That is the second cruise in Eclipse I'm taking. Okay. Hey, that's a good deal. Take that, and that sounds like a pretty cool cruise. Bob Roberts will upgrade to premium. Ooh, nice. Premium drink package. Very good. Scott McPhee, the steaming bean lives. Oh, yes, he's very much alive. Don't worry about that. Charles Jordan, Scott McPhee, it's not much fun. It's not that much of a difference for us, parents with children in school. We face the same time frame as the teachers. This is why we booked a cruise the week before Christmas this year. Yeah, that's true with parents with kids. What do you do? Steaming Bean, I'm back. Steaming Bean. Tammy Ray, hello everyone. I'm late as usual at this time. Hi, Tammy Ray. Welcome back. Charles Jordan, Bean. Oh, laugh out loud. Steaming Bean. Bruce, how good are you at spinning your towel in the main dining room? Oh, I do it for a little bit, and then I kind of stop. Thomas Henry, guess what? Stat has a hypnotist on the current cruise. Perfect. Where was she on the Sun? Yes. That chemical smell you're smelling will make you feel like you're wearing Chanel No. 5. Yeah, that's yikes. Yeah, unbelievable. We're going to use that. Unreal. Well, folks, I'm going to be live in 1 hour and 44 minutes again. 8 o'clock Eastern time tonight. We're playing trivia. We're doing travel trivia tonight. I hope you're up for it. Don't go on to Google while I'm doing this tonight. Here we got Shanette Macon is here. Shanette Macon, Chicago, 43 degrees, but sunny. Did you see the MSC Armonia crash into the docks in the Roatan village, Honduras? It's a video circulating on YouTube. We did. We saw it. It was posted on Facebook, and then people have been lifting it and putting it on there. And we caught it. Sonny Wallace, yes, Jeanette Macon saw that video. Wow. Bob Hollis, see you, Bruce, later. Thanks, Bob. We'll catch you later if you can make it. Yeah, the Armonia crashed at like a mile an hour, and crash is kind of like a little of an exaggeration. It's more like scraped and then crumpled the end of the pier there. Interesting. Debbie Manuel. Okay, off to study my travel trivia. Be back with you all in a few. Toodles. One of my, I guess my folks here was saying that every time I make a question, give them a question, the answer they give is Tokyo. No matter what the question is, it's got to be Tokyo. It's got to be one of the top 20, isn't it? We're having fun. Lucas, Randy, see you later. Bye all. Nancy Lola, hello, Bruce. Sorry I'm late this evening during those awful taxes. Oh, that's awful. Anybody who's given me thumbs ups, thank you again for the thumbs ups tonight. If anyone hasn't and would like to give us one, we'll take it. Thank you very much for any thumbs ups. That would be fantastic. Nancy Lohan, hello, Bruce. Sorry I'm a bit late. Dan, Thomas Henry, see you in a bit. Michelle Lucas, anyone know of website out there that shows cruise cabin pics showing actual pics? Actual pics. Sometimes it's Cruise Critic. If you go to the ship itself and look at the boards, sometimes you'll see pics of cabins. Vacationsgo.com has actual pics, sometimes decent pics of the cabins, but other times they're just standard issue cruise line pics that just make them look massive. YouTube videos of people, real people carrying their cell phone around, posting a YouTube video of their cabin might be the most realistic view you're going to get of a cabin. I'm not sure how else to say it. But I'd start with vacationsgo.com. At least you get the topographical view, and then you'll get an inside the cabin view, and start from there. Nancy, see you later. Charles Jordan, later tonight. Tammy Ray, I will watch the show later. See you on the next show. Folks, thank you for coming by today, especially the newbies. Really loved it. I hope you join us again. You can join us in an hour and about 40 odd minutes when I go on my next show. Otherwise, tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern time for Wednesday, Thursday, 5 and 8, Friday at 5, Saturday at 2, all times Eastern. And we'll continue on from there. Shanette saying, I use the YouTube videos. Bob Roberts, great show. I'm hooked. Heading out for drinks, so he won't be up second show, but we'll make watching your show a regular habit for sure. Fantastic, Bob. You can catch the show tonight on a replay later. It'll just be a regular video tonight. Tammy Ray, whenever I watch your show late, I want to comment. Then remember, I can't. Yeah, you can't comment live. You can only comment after. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Jim Thomas, can't wait to be stumped again. See you all for the next show. Thanks, you guys. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce saying thanks for joining me today. Had a great time. Want to thank you guys for the thumbs ups. Looks like I got 43 thumbs ups. Fantastic. Really appreciate those. You can throw me one tonight if you can. That'll be great too. We'll see you at 8 o'clock Eastern, not too long from now. Have a great evening in the meantime. And this is Bruce saying good night. For now, we'll talk to you soon, and goodbye.